In the more than 2 weeks Rhode Island schools have been open, there have been 160 COVID cases associated with K through 12 schools.
And more than half of those students and staff are attending school in person. Last week, it was the opposite. Target 12 investigator Steph Machado went inside the state's Education Operations Center, managing the COVID response in schools. She joins us now with what's happening there.
The first time the state's Education Operations Center sent a rapid response team to a school was here at Anthony Carnevale Elementary in Providence. On the first day of school, a staff member tested positive for COVID-19. The state says fast contact tracing and mitigation helped keep the school open. On the 4th floor of the Rhode Island Department of Education, the National Guard has moved in. Governor Raimondo compared this command center to those the state activates during a blizzard. Nurses, social workers, educators from multiple state agencies work in the Education Operations Center, or EDOC. Some manning the phones, taking calls 24 hours a day from schools.
The biggest theme that we've identified is guidance clarification.
Second Lieutenant Carmen Breeze compiles the data, showing the majority of calls are for questions about the state's COVID guidance, followed by requests for training, PPE, and ventilation help. Rapid response teams are sometimes sent to a school for a case investigation, such as Carnevale,
which in the first few days of school was a pretty critical event.
In that case, the principal and assistant principal were quarantined as close contacts. RIDE Chief of Staff Tom McCarthy says an EDOC team also went to the school the next morning to speak to staff.
We were able to get a practitioner from the Department of Health to help walk the faculty through the rationale behind who was quarantined and who wasn't, and why they should feel confident, in those practices.
Today, calls came in from schools who lost power in this morning's storm, trying to figure out how to properly ventilate classrooms to stay open. In all, 250 phone calls have come in since the start of school, 203 requests completed, and the team has visited 43 schools. RIDE says teachers can ask to be kept anonymous when they call the EDOC, for example, if they want to report that their school is not following COVID guidelines. In Providence, I'm Steph Machado, 12 News.